No, so I think this would be a good time, sir, for you to just kind of talk us through, the three, pillars of your this thing.
Each of these components are very simple to know. Everybody knows about them. But I think the beauty is in putting in a structure and making it easily understandable and therefore easily scalable. So what are these three things? Number one is to do with yourself. How should I be? Because all the change, everything starts from you. So in that there are three things. So first is have an open mind. Now it's easier said than done. Everybody thinks he or she has an open mind till you ask somebody the distance, ask somebody who's down below you, ask some associate. Then you will know what is the reality. And the more successful you are, the more close-minded you become, because you begin to feel that that's the way to get success, and therefore you are not willing to look at other things. Number two is take ownership. So whatever you do, even though you may not be financial owner, if you assume or if you think that I am the owner, it's a different perspective you bring to the job. I mean, I'll give an example of when I left Titan Watches and joined LML Vespa to be, we all thought because LML Vespa was going down and it was going to be liquidated almost. So all of us in the marketing department took the ownership. No, we will not let it happen. And I think many things were done. And of course, it was a big turnaround. From loss making, it became profit making. Against a very dominant player, it took from 9% to 32% market. So it was a remarkable change. Only by taking ownership, not to get some money, not to get some position, not to get some increment, to assume that you own this and the lives and the mouths of people who are working in the organization. Third is be detached. Now, this seems a contradiction, ownership and be detached. But I think if you look at it in a cool and collected manner, you'll find that actually there's no contradiction. And because what you're doing is not for money, not for something else, but you want to keep a distance from this. Because what happens is if you have a distance, then you have equanimity, because things will go bad, things will go high up more than your expectation. And that time you begin to feel that, oh no, I've done it. So if you have a distance, then you have a greater equanimity with all this. The second pillar is how to deal with the team. In that, first is develop trust. Number two is collaborate. And number three is leverage things. Now, all these three are known. Trust is, in my view, consistent integrity. And you got to live it. You cannot fake it. And when you begin to live it, then people begin to come around you. Number two is collaboration. Number three is leverage things. We normally look at people's weaknesses. But what I have seen in my experience, if you identify people's strengths, put them in a collaborative manner, in an environment of trust, you create a very, very powerful organization, which are not looking at transactional things, which are not looking at incremental things. We are looking at big things. And third part is, of course, we all exist to do a task. Number one is look at something big. Don't extend the past into future, but look at opportunities. And that is something which I learned in a big way at Tata Motors, thanks to Mr. Tata, because he could see opportunity, he could make us see the opportunity and go for a big thing, then work backwards from there. When you work backwards, you find that you cannot meet your aspirational target, and therefore you are forced to become innovative, you are forced to think out of the box, and that's where many good things happen. And third is be tough softly. That means as far as performance is concerned, leading from the back doesn't mean that you are soft, but leading from the back means that you are as tough as anybody else, but you treat people in a humane manner. You don't treat people as machines, you don't treat people as assets, but you treat people as humanely as possible.